On the first day of business, my prospect said to me,
I can't afford that.
You can't. Get the hell out then.
Hey everyone, we are Megan and Steve, Hustling for Excellence. And if you're joining us today, we are talking about the 12 biggest objections that you will get from your prospects.
Yeah, absolutely. So, we had the little, I can't afford it. We've all heard that, I'm sure, if you've been selling anything for any amount of time, or maybe you've been the person who said that. I think I've said that a few times.
At least a few.
Yeah. So the whole idea is you're going to get that objection. How do you get people past that? What is it you need to discover with them?
Absolutely. So one of the first things you want when you're talking to your prospect and they say, I can't afford this, or I don't have the money, first of all, root out and find out, is that the only objection that you're dealing with? There might be some other smaller ones, but if that's the biggest one, you want to know that so you can focus in on it.
Right. So, I was joking around a little bit there, but ideally you need to be focused and be a great listener. Pay attention to the words people use. They may say things like, I can't afford it, or it's too expensive, the price is too high.
And then I want to ask them, well, compared to what?
Right.
Because what they're comparing your product to, we could be talking apples and oranges. So you always want to ask that question, well, compared to what?
Right, absolutely. So, the price is too high, also thinking about the price of your product, what you're selling. So there's a lot to it, but I think as you get better with it, you can basically kind of get through any of it.
You want to show them that what you're offering and what they would be buying from you is of value to them, because you can ask them the question, well, what is it that you're potentially going to buy and put that money towards if you're not going to buy this product? And then you can work with that to show them how this is more valuable to them.
Right, absolutely. The other thing is people just need to be a little bit more resourceful. When they have that idea of, I can't afford it, or it's too expensive.
I don't have the money.
Right, they get that block right in front of their face, right? Like they can't see anything, even though there's all kinds of solutions, and
they're seeing is the price tag.
Right, you just need to be a little resourceful. There's tons of ideas. We've heard the ideas about, maybe cutting out a habit, cutting out your coffee, cutting out something else in your life, or rearranging your insurance premiums or mortgages or whatever it is. If you want that product or service bad enough, you're going to be creative and resourceful enough to find the money is what it really comes down to. And
as the person with the product and offering to them, you've got to be the creative one really in this back and forth to help them see those things. So if it's, with a high ticket offer, a payment plan, if they pay it up front all at once, maybe the price is $2,000, but if they need to spread it out over a couple of months, well, maybe then you can break it down to $500 payments and they're going to pay $2,500 over 5 months. Sometimes that works for people because they're worried about dropping a large sum of money right all at one time. You can also look at something, do they have a service that you are in need of where you can have an exchange of talents or services? That's always another option as well.
Yeah, absolutely. I was going to add something, but pretty much I think Meg covered it all. So, this is a little series we're going to be doing, the next 12 days or so. I think we going to have a little fun with it, so stay tuned as we handle some of the other common objections that we've received, and I think it's actually going to be really fun and a lot of value for everybody.
Yeah, and the common denominator here, guys, is it's really about helping them realize the value in what your offer or your product is, and key in and listen to what they're telling you. You will learn so much by their objections, what they believe their objection to be. And if you're keying in on those words and discovering what their blocks are, you can very easily move around them and get past them and get them to go all in on your offer or your product.
Right, absolutely.
All right, guys. So we will see you on day 2 of business.
All right, everyone. So that was today's video. Obviously, my prospect left, so that's because I made the sale. That's what it was. But hey, if you got some value out of this, be sure to like, share, and subscribe, and we'll see you soon.